Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Ay, still not understanding.
It's your girl Mina J back again with another video. And by the title and the thumbnail, you already know what kind of video this is. So pretty much we're going to be having a girls talk, and I'm going to be answering questions that I have been asked, and I'm also going to give you guys advice as well after that. So with that being said, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, hit the post notification bell so you know the next time that I post a new video, and make sure you guys like this video as well. And if you are new, make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications. Let's get into it. First question is how to carry yourself as a female. Okay, so in my opinion, I feel like you need to carry yourself with pride, have confidence in yourself, and as a person who used to be low in confidence, it took me a minute to like get there. I feel like you just need to be you. Be yourself. Confidence can get you a long way with you not caring or thinking about what anybody else got to say about how you carry yourself. As long as you have that, it's gonna drive itself pretty much. Next question is, how do you move on from a toxic relationship or friendship? Me personally, I've literally had struggles with this, and I'm speaking on the relationship side, where there's been times where I've been in toxic situations and I just kept myself there even though I didn't deserve to be in that. What I would say to that is just leave. I feel like if that person or that situation was a place for you to be in, there would be no toxicity. Like, you guys wouldn't be being toxic with each other, being friends, not being friends on days that y'all choose or days that they choose. I just feel like it shouldn't have to be like that. And if it is, then you already know that's a red flag and you gotta cut them off completely. It will take time depending on what kind of person you are. And if you feel like you have a good heart, so it's like, I don't really want to leave them or whatever, because you try to find every excuse not to leave. I haven't done this, which I really wish I would have realized this sooner. But I feel like the best thing for you to do is to look at all the good things that the person has did, friendship or relationship, and then all the bad stuff that a person has did. And even if you have to write it down, whatever side weighs, I feel like you should choose off of that. But then again, it depends how bad the situation is. But it's not healthy, and it's really not worth your time knowing that you can be a better version of yourself without that person. Next question is, how do you focus on yourself and stay on top of stuff? I would basically remove any distractions that you know that is causing you to be distracted and keeping you from staying on top of your stuff. And I would also make you a schedule, get you a planner, and have you a simple routine that you will follow every day so you can follow up on the stuff that you need to follow up on. Next question is, how do you distance yourself away from the wrong people in your life? I would say, me personally, I never really thought about how I do it. If I feel like somebody shouldn't be in my presence anymore, or I shouldn't be in that person's presence anymore, if anything that they have going on is a burden to what I got going on, I would probably try to talk it out with them, I guess. If they're not meeting your requirements, and what I mean by requirements, I mean as far as, are they benefiting you? And I don't mean in a financial way, I mean as far as a friend, as a boyfriend, as a girlfriend, as a whoever. If they're not there for you the same way that you're there for them, or say you have goals, if they're a person that doesn't really have anything going for themselves, I would say to cut low. You don't want that energy going on with you, especially if you've been trying to uplift that person to do what they need to do, and you want somebody who's going to be on you about what you're doing. Like, if they're not those type of friends that will keep you up on your toes, you don't need them. Next question is, are there days where you don't feel the prettiest? And if so, how do you handle it? Girl, yes. I'm gonna sit there, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit there and try to be around the bush. Yes, there's times where I'll be not feeling myself, or I'm just low in motivation. How I handle it is, get yourself together. You know what I'm saying? Like, make you a little routine or whatever to get yourself together, make yourself look nice, decent, pretty, whatever. If you want to look overly cute, just take some pictures, go ahead. But I would say, me personally, that's exactly what I would do, is just get myself together, probably get cute, just take pictures or make TikTok or something like that. Even if I'm not going anywhere, I feel like I would still do that, because say if I am not feeling the prettiest, that's something that's gonna boost my low up to high, if that makes sense. If you're one of those girls that will literally get cute just to stay in the house, I mess with you heavy. It's okay. It's trust. I've been there. I feel like we all been there. You know, I feel like that's how I handle it. Next question is, what keeps you motivated when you're not feeling it? I would say there's been multiple times where I've been low on motivation, multiple times, but what gets me up and going, and like, even though I don't feel like doing certain things because of how low my motivation is and how low on energy I am, get myself together, look cute, which kind of correlates to the other question. That includes hygiene, that includes, you know, fashion. If you like clothes, you just want to put on clothes, just look cute, take pictures. Cleaning, that also helps. I feel like cleaning gets your mind off a lot of things. If you know you got a lot going on or whatever, and you feel like you're low on motivation, I feel like being in a clean room, a clean area, is going to make you want to get yourself together, if that makes sense. Like, if you're feeling down, feeling low on motivation, it could be, you know, one of the two reasons. Around you is not clean, you just don't feel, you know, motivated to do anything. Next question is, how do you know if somebody wants to be your friend? It's based off their energy. You have to really pay close attention to this, because most people will be blindsided by how their friends act because of them being so close. I'm gonna tell you right now, it doesn't matter how long you've been friends, it doesn't matter how close you've been, it doesn't matter what kind of conversations you guys have had, it doesn't matter what kind of secrets you guys told each other, that person can still be somebody who changes. Next question that I have for you guys is, how do you set goals and know you're gonna achieve them? You can do it mentally, as far as you thinking like, oh yeah, if you're somebody who keep all your goals in your mind, that's one way that you can do it. Me personally, I like to write things down. I'm a visual person. I like to write things down and be able to see what I have going on. So that brings back the planner. You can get you a whiteboard. And how do I know I'm going to achieve them? To be honest, you don't know, but it's all about the confidence that you have, and you basically telling yourself, like, I'm going to achieve this goal. I'm going to set this goal for myself, and I'm going to later achieve it. And I know I am. I'm going to be successful at whatever goal I'm trying to achieve. I'm going to reach it. And basically pretty much telling yourself that you are going to achieve those goals. Do not doubt yourself before anything can happen. I'm guilty of doing that. Please, please, please do not do that, because it can only, you know, make you think less of what you are planning to do. Okay, so that was the last of the questions. Now on to the pieces of advice that I want to give to you guys. I'm going to start off with the first one, which is trust your gut. What I mean by that is, in any situation, regardless if that's relationships, friendships, or even with your family, any situation, if you feel like something is not right for you, or if you feel like something isn't, you know, setting right with you mentally and physically, I feel like right off the bat, once you have that thought and you have that gut feeling, go with it. No questions asked. I've been there, done that. There's been times where I've literally ignored my gut feeling, and I found out the hard way. So unless you want to find out the hard way multiple times like I did, I would go with your gut. I'm not going to sit there and lie and say it's not hard, because regardless if that's friendship or a relationship or whatever you got going on, if you love that person, you're going to find every excuse to stay with them no matter what. Later on in that, you will realize that trusting your gut is the best thing for you to do. If you have that feeling, it's obviously for a reason. The next one is, don't let a 5-minute situation ruin the rest of your day. And that might seem confusing. What I mean by that is, don't let something that is small or something that has happened in a short period of time of your day be the topic of situation throughout your whole day. So like, do not allow that to mess up everything you got going on, because I'm also guilty of doing this once again. If you get mad at something or someone or whatever the situation is, and the situation already lasted 5 to 10 minutes, don't focus on that. It's not worth it, let alone it's wasting your time. Let it be. Let the situation happen. If it happened, it happened. Let it go. Next piece is, communication is key. In a relationship, in a friendship, it doesn't even matter. Communication is key in whatever situation, but speaking for relationships, you want to make sure you always communicate with your partner, because if you don't, misunderstandings can come through that can break you guys up, that can cause problems. There's a lot of things and a lot of ways this can go, and you don't want that to happen. Make sure you speak up. If something's bothering you, speak up to that person. If you feel like you cannot speak to that person, you feel like that they're not going to listen, or they're just going to blame you for everything that you're feeling, or if you feel like the reason why you won't communicate with them is because you know that they're not a person to listen, why are you going with that person? Why are you going with that person? The person needs to go. I'm sorry, but if they're not going to hear you out and you're willing to hear them out, but when it's your turn and they just criticize you for everything, or they judge you, or they say that, you know, it's not that serious, or they make it seem like your feelings don't matter, you drop them. Get rid of them. The next one is you do not need a group / a lot of friends. I'm telling you from experience, you do not need a group of friends. Now, if you're somebody who is very social and you know, you and a group of friends have literally built a strong bond to where you guys are close enough to know how you guys are, how you guys, you know, communicate, how you guys basically work with each other. If you want all those friends, be my guest. If you know that that is something that you are able to handle and you guys are all able to control, be my guest and do that. But if you know you're a person that can't handle that, there's no point of keeping bonds that literally don't matter. And what I mean by don't matter, I literally mean don't matter. Like, they're not doing anything for you, you're not doing anything for them. There's no point. You're gonna come across to more people. You don't have to, just because you've been friends with somebody for so long does not mean you have to stay friends with them. So do not feel like you have to stay friends with them. Faster you will realize that you do not need a lot of people in your life to define your future. You don't. Always stay on your toes with people, with things, with situations, with anything, with everything, because you never know when something's gonna change. You never know when a change is coming. The last piece of advice that I have for y'all is, if someone / something has you depressed in your life, or is literally keeping you from doing the things that you love, or doing regular, you know, everyday things, you do not need it. You do not need them. That's somebody that you need to, somebody or something that you completely need to literally remove out of your life, because that's only going to hurt you in your future, let alone you don't want to be damaged like that. Not want anything or any person to damage you to where you do not do what you normally do before you met them, or, you know, just everyday things. So if that's you and you are literally crying every day, almost every day, more than 3 times a day, then they completely need to leave. You need to leave them. Leave that thing alone, whatever the case may be. Just remove it completely, because it is not healthy mentally, physically, whatever. It just needs to be completely deleted out of your life. You need to go find something else that's going to be able to benefit you and help you and your future. And with that being said, that is all for today. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on that post notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.